Every coffee needs a lotus.
And welcome back to our webinar, our afternoon session with none other than Sir Vishnu Annapareddy. And we would like to thank you, Sir Vishnu, for your thank you campaign. And speaking of thank yous, we would like to thank our CEO, Sir J.M. Atienzo, our President, Ms. Irish Malonda Samson, and our speakers who collaborated with us to bring into the living rooms and study rooms and verandas of our viewers opportunities of learning brought to you by experts in their own field, such as Sir Vishnu Annapareddy. And this is our way of helping the Filipino people and the global citizens, not only here in the Philippines, of course, we're being watched globally. And this is our way of helping you and reaching out to you during the COVID-19. This is the Learn and Share program, and this is the call of the moment. The call of the moment is to be thankful. Well, we give back. We can give back if you want to, but more so, we would like you to pay it forward. As we've given you something for free since the first days of April, learnings that have grown you up and built you and skilled you up and made you even more effective post-COVID-19. We also would like to give you this platform so that you can also say thank you and pay forward this generosity to people who are not capable of paying you back. And they are the people who Bayanihan Act 2020 is helping out. Our poorest of the poor, brothers and sisters. And particularly the Bayan ng Mahihay, where people are gravely affected. And together, let's show support to our fellow Filipinos. They're in survival mode during this difficult time. This is the global health crisis. And Sir Vishnu, in the US, 30 million people filed for unemployment. In the Philippines, we don't have the data yet. But then again, what Sir Vishnu said, let's not focus on what we've lost. Yes, we've lost some family members. Yes, we've lost our jobs. Yes, some experienced pay cuts. But let's focus on what we have. We have this platform, and you have $1 or $2 in your pocket, 100 pesos or so, 200, 1,000, that will be a big help to feed our brothers and sisters and see them through so that post-COVID-19, they will not only survive, they will thrive and they will scale because of you. So act now. Let's all click and donate. http://www.ariva.com.ph/donation. And we thank you in advance for your generosity. Now, Sir Vishnu, I'm sure you know about, have you heard of Bayanihan, sir? Bayanihan is
not yet.
It means the coming together of heroes.
Okay.
We are all heroes here. And so speaking of heroes and coming together, we also would like to thank our birthday celebrant who, in the midst of this chaos and pandemic, decided to learn and grow and thrive and survive. Not only survive, but thrive and scale. Sai Krishna Pargi, happy birthday to you. And Sir Vishnu, I'd like to mention the provinces represented by our participants. If that's okay with you. So we'll do it very short. Baguio City, Batangas, Bulacan, Cagayan de Oro City, Cavite, Cebu, Davao City, Laguna, Nueva Ecija, Pangasinan, Panglao, Central Visayas, Quezon Province, Surigao City, Tarlac, Tuguegarao, Valencia, and NCR. Thank you so much. And now, Sir Vishnu, are you ready for the Q&A portion?
Yes, please.
Okay, so for our Zoom participants, type in your question at the Q&A box. It's a first come, first served basis. For our FB Live, we will be monitoring the comments section so that if you have a question, our technical team will forward your question to us, and hopefully time will permit us and Sir Vishnu to answer your questions. If you want, and we encourage you to ask your question live, and not only in FB Live, here, particularly in Zoom room. So click the raise button so we can see your face and hear your voice. And of course, you also have our pre-sent questions, Sir Vishnu. So let's start from Errol Serda. What is your mentality today? COVID-19 happens on your business and how you survive, thrive, and scale?
That's a great question, Harold. My mentality is transformative. We need to be transformative. And you can call me lucky that I have been working with some great mentors, that mindset has been there with me and with my organization even before we had COVID. But the mentality that's going to help us to survive, thrive, and scale is to be transformative, because the world after COVID will be very, very different. So if you have a transformative mindset, that will help you to survive, thrive, and scale your business. Okay?
Thank you, Sir Vishnu. Suhas Kumar, how to be as aggressive pre-COVID in this situation and get best results from India?
So Suhas, I think, I don't know, to be honest, I don't know whether we can be as aggressive as we want to be, like we used to be. Because the new reality is we have restrictions. So for example, let me talk about sales, right? Pre-COVID, let's say if I'm working in, Suhas, you're from India, let's say I'm working in Hyderabad, a very big city in India, or I'm working in Metro Manila, which is a combination of a lot of big cities. Pre-COVID, the whole Metro Manila was my territory. I can go anywhere and I can do sales. But now, post-COVID, even though the COVID is finishing, you will have a period of adjustment where there are red zones, where there are still restrictions heavily imposed. There will be restrictions on the public transport to some extent. There will be restrictions in terms of the territories that we can go and we cannot go. There will be public sentiment to some extent, talking to strangers. So I don't know whether we can be as aggressive as we used to be now. And also post-COVID, there will be a period of adjustment where public is adjusting, people are adjusting, working from home is an adjustment. Companies are trying to adjust how to maximize their employee efficiency by making them work from home. So adjustment period, learning period, and for some people that's 6 months, for some people that's 3 months, depends on how fast they can adapt and things like that. But at this stage, I don't think so we can be as aggressive as we used to be. But we can be aggressive in upskilling ourselves, coming to webinars like this, and reading more books than ever before, having coaches and mentors to guide you on those bases. Yeah.
Thank you, sir. Now let's proceed to the pre-sent questions from Jingle Raffles. What are the healthy and best coping mechanisms during the quarantine period?
Okay. I love home food.
Yeah.
As long as you're eating at home, generally that's the best food. Yeah. As long as we are avoiding all the fast food. And I'm not saying you should avoid it. I'm sure you can try once in a week and things like that. But I'm a big advocate of home food because whoever is cooking at home, they're cooking with love,
Wow.
and that will protect you, period. Yeah. So try your level best to have as much home cooked food as possible, whatever that is, within the limited quantity, or limit the portions and stuff. But home cooked food is I strongly advise.
Wow. I miss home cooked meals already because I'm isolated. But then again, it's
Oh,
okay for all of us. Let's use that as it truly comforts us. Those comfort food, home cooked foods, especially by your moms or your grand grandmothers, or if your granddads are also cooking. We have from FB Live appreciation posts um, and opinions from Jojo Terencio, Vishnu, on focusing on the now. Tomorrow is uncertain, even difficult to make plans for the next 3 months. Thank you for validating our thoughts. That's from Jojo
thank you.
Terencio. From Bon Cordova, doing things one step at a time and getting tangible results. That's what he appreciates the most. And from
Great.
Krishna, yes. And from Krishna Sai Pargi, how do you manage your emotions and expectations?
I understand it's very hard time to manage emotions, and whether we like it or not, human beings are a combination of emotions. Yeah, some of us cry more, some of us laugh more, some of us are in the mix of that, but we are full of emotions. Have someone to talk to. Have someone you can be very open with, and you won't be judged by what you're saying. That can be a mentor, that can be a coach, that can be a family member, because you need to let it out. And you need to make room for the new learnings. So how do you manage emotions? Focus, try your level best to talk it through with the right person who can guide you objectively in the right direction. Does that answer the question, Havel? Or is there
Yes, sir. You were able to answer it beautifully. And from Peter Prabha, any positive affirmations that we could offer to employees being terminated?
Great question, Peter Prabha. Here's my recommendation. Number one, send them a gratitude of thank you message for all the years of service. Send them a professional email saying how great their work has been and how great it has been working with them. Make sure you write a letter, personalized letter, and send it to them. Even though we are in this technology world, a letter makes a big impact. Most importantly, write a brilliant recommendation letter for their next job opportunity that they're looking for. And they'll thank you, and try a level best to keep in touch with them virtually if you can.
Thank you, Sir Vishnu. And I think another thing they can do. I mean, that was wonderful.
Yes, sir. Yes.
So aside from the recommendation letter, perhaps Peter Prabha can recommend the employee to you, Sir Vishnu, if you have openings.
Yes.
Okay, thank you, sir. From Nikki O'Bannon. Good afternoon, sir. What practical advice can you give non-techies or non-techie business owners as they do their best to cope with the new normal? Like my mom, who is turning 63 years old and still needs to work to survive.
Great question, Nikki. It's tough in terms of the technology rapidly, the iterations are rapid, new technology comes into play as much as possible. But remember, Nikki, even though your mom is 63, and I think age is just a number, but your mom has you. And you can be the coach for your mom. She has been your coach for a very long period. Now is your opportunity to coach your mom how to get used to the technology. You can teach her, like how she was very patient with you when you were young. You can be very patient with her and go through that. She might not maximize it, but at least the basics at this stage are important. And also, this is also an opportunity to start looking at strengths, weaknesses, and trends, SWT. What are your mom's strengths? Talk it through with her. And by now you should know. What are her weaknesses or limitations? And whatever industry she has been working, what's the trend in that industry? And for her to maximize the opportunities in that trend, in that industry, what sort of technology you need to coach her. So strengths, weaknesses, and trends. And with your coaching, I'm confident that she can be able to get back to work.
Thank you so much, Sir Vishnu. Now, we have a Q&A. Well, there's a question at the Q&A box from Rindang Sisyara. During your talk, I feel inspired and at the same time thinking about my team back there, how they are in frustration mindset area. While it is hard to even reach to them or get them to join Zoom meeting and webinar like this, what kind of leadership approach do you suggest to improve this?
I think Rindang, yeah. Okay. So I think Rindang, the most important thing that your team needs now in situation like this is empathy. Yeah. You need to be able to empathize for what they're going through. I understand that I have team members who are so remote that internet is not very stable, only voice calls, video is not stable, and things like that. Yeah. So find a way to reach them. That's through audio or words or through video if you can. Maybe you have gotten some notes from this webinar where you can go through those notes with your team because they could not join, unfortunately, but you can be the speaker. And I believe you have learned a lot from this call and you can teach them. I think that would bring a lot of value to them. Find a way to reach them, but don't be dismissive of them. How can you not have internet? Have empathy, and that's very important in crisis like this.
Thank you so much, Sir Vishnu. We have a Zoom live question. We have a Zoom live question coming from Suhas Kumar.
The host he has asked you to start your video.
Hello. Sir Suhas Kumar, are you there already? Hello, Sir Suhas Kumar. And friend, how are you, sirs? Can you unmute your microphones? Sir Suhas Kumar and friend. We're seeing you, but we're not hearing you. Can you unmute your microphone, please? Hello? Can you hear us, sir? Suhas Kumar? Ayan. Okay. Can you press that button again? Now, yeah, that's a good thing. Can you hear us now, Sir Suhas Kumar?
Good.
Okay, you can ask Sir Vishnu now your question.
Actually, Mr. Ghosh, currently writing the people from Zoom call. So we are trying to take images on the face right now. And we can't just say colorful what we used to be. It's like we should take them on field. We show that like on the face. We used to show the system on the end. Currently doing testing. How can the things do it like where we can impact our new guys to stay with us for a longer period? Because now they look for a job. Exactly, there's no job in India. People are looking for a job. Yes, we even take on the interviews, but coming to the closing part. Coming to the payment structure or what is a payout, there's no any payment. If I don't do a sale, I don't get payout. So how to make that colorful? Before and all, somewhere we can hide, like we can take on the field or we can show the system, we can make some fun. So we are like little stuck with kind of restriction right now.
Yeah, got it. I understand the question, Suhas. This is also an opportunity for you to be very honest with people. So for example, based on what I understand is in your business, the people get paid on, if they do a sale, they get paid. So it's a performance-oriented commission, right? Great. Be honest with them. And people who will join, they will join. People who won't join, they won't join. That's fine. So I can work with you and I can get paid on performance, or I don't work with you and I look for a new job. But you have to be upfront and you have to be honest during your interview process. And that's something that I would suggest. Okay?
Thank you, Sir Vishnu.
Thank you so much.
Great.
We will implement the same thing. We will tell us straight away whatever you told.
Yes, honest. Honesty always helps. Yeah, honesty always helps. The more honest you are, people trust you. They might like it or not like it, but at least they trust you.
Wonderful. And thank you, Sir Suhas Kumar and friend, for doing this Zoom call. Is the call from India? Thank you so much, Sir Suhas Kumar. And now let's proceed.
So thank you so much. Thanks for the opportunity also for giving us.
Thank you so much. Now for the Q&A section of the Zoom room, we'll be reading the question by Rindang's so I think this has been asked already. So yes. Suhas Kumar has asked this already, hiring new people in the business. Okay, but we thank you, Sir Suhas, for showing up with your friend and asking the question personally. Sir, I'll go back to, do you still have a few more minutes to entertain? Sure. We still have 3 more questions. From Paulo Padilla, what are your suggestions for employees who are afraid to step out into the unknown environment of post-COVID-19?
Okay, fair enough. You just, first and foremost, empathize with them that it is unknown and probably it'll be stepping out of comfort zone for them. But as their leader, it's also important to give the assurance that as they are stepping into unknown, you will be right with them. You'll be right there with them, stepping out also, and able to assist them if they hit roadblocks, able to answer the questions which they have never faced and things like that. So you need to give that assurance that you will be there, you will be accessible, and we are not worried about making mistakes. We are not worried, but we are more focused on learning from the mistakes we will be making, because it's a new environment and it's out of our comfort zone and things like that. So giving that assurance, you as the leader will also give them that confidence, like, okay, no problem, we are coming out and it's uncomfortable, this is a bit different, I might make a mistake, I will learn from it. If I have a question, my leader is accessible and I can ask, like that. That's how you give assurance.
Thank you, Sir Vishnu. Another question from the present section of our portion webinar. Ronaldo Banikid, what is the most suitable new normal guidelines for hotels and theme parks businesses in operations? I think
we can only imagine, right? We can only predict to some extent of what would be the new normal. I'm not concrete, not sure really, but I can tell you wearing a mask is absolutely the minimal. Wearing a mask, social distancing, absolutely key. I think if it's so, for example, I can give you an example of cinema theaters. So in India, they will open up cinema theaters. They're looking to open up in September, October, the cinema halls, and only 50% capacity. That's how they're planning the social distancing. If you're looking at theme parks and stuff, they will not be busy in terms of people. I think there will be a limit of how many people will be allowed per ride. Even in the malls, only limited shops will open up and limited areas in the malls will be accessible to begin with. And over a period of time, it will all ease down. But this is what I can predict. And you might get some good offers, discounts and stuff to encourage more people to come over. The ticket prices might be half and things like that. But hey, we need to respond to them in a proper way. Like you look at airline industry, AirAsia has already implemented a new dress code for all the stewards and flight attendants and stuff. It looks like a big costume, like massive red color with the face mask, like in a hospital and stuff. I think there will be a capacity. I think they were talking about middle seats not being occupied. So there is a bit of social distancing going on there. Food will not be served on the flights for the first 3 months. You can bring your own food, but food from airlines will not be served. So there will be lots of changes. Again, don't worry about those changes. Once those changes come in, the question is, how do you respond to those changes is the key.
Thank you, Sir Vishnu. Now, just 2 more questions, sir?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. So from Carol May Perez, what is the reality of survival for non-essential industry like tourism, leisure industry, to be specific. And this involves the vanity industry.
I think if you're talking about industry specific, the survival is all about diversification. So for example, let's say I'm in tourism industry, the hotels and that sort of stuff. Okay? And I hardly have any tourists coming down. So the question is, what are the other industries that are loosely or tightly connected to tourism industry? I don't come from tourism industry, so I'm not sure about it, but you're sure about it. What are the other industries that have an impact on tourism industry or might be loosely connected with tourism industry? Can I focus on that industry? For example, if it's like tourism and people will travel, yeah, whether you like it or not, people will travel. They might not travel as much as possible, but they will travel. So previously, we used to advertise, if I'm running a hotel, I would advertise that our rooms are luxury, our rooms have this view, that view, our rooms are, 2 nights, 1 night free, like that. But post-COVID, I would be talking a lot about how clean they are, how safe they are, how many times you disinfect the rooms every single day, how your staff can maintain the cleanliness, how clean is your kitchen, this is what people want to know. So trying to change the message to what people are looking for, which gives them confidence to come and stay in your hotel, and hotel as an example of tourism and things like that. And if you're a tourist guide who's taking tourists around, again, there might not be a lot of tourists, but who are the people who are traveling? Government people have to travel.
Yes.
And government does not have hotels. People have to say, but how do you look after them? Your guides are well sanitized, all those kind of things around it. So look at the industries related tightly or loosely around your industry and look at what are the opportunities that you can tap into and learn about over the next 3 to 6 months. And hey, diversify. And by 2021 January, not only you're in tourism, but also you're in transportation.
Smart. That's
which you never
smart.
thought of. Yeah, which you never thought of because you were making good money from tourism, like let's say hotel. But now this has forced you to think outside the box. And then now your business has diversified tourism and also transportation. And hey, you're making more money than ever before.
Thank you, Sir Vishnu, for always sparking a light of hope, a ray of hope in every one of us.
Yes.
And for the last question, sir, from Jingle Raffles, what kind of motivational leadership that you can virtually apply in order to lead with confidence and survive?
Great. Good question. Really, really good question. One of my suggestions is during crisis, communicate more with people. Okay. So let's say previously you used to communicate twice a week with your team. I suggest you to communicate once every day with your team. Let's say previously you used to communicate once every day with your team. Communicate at least twice every day with your team. Communicate more often, but the communication might be shorter in time frames. Yeah? So I know businesses where we used to do 60 minutes meeting every single day in the morning. So this business where everyone comes together, right? They all come together, they come to the office, and we have 60 minutes face-to-face meeting, a big debrief, and everyone goes to the field, right? We can't do that anymore. We can't have 50, 60 people in an office post-COVID, right? So it will be virtual meetings. There'll be a 20 minutes virtual call with everyone in the morning. There'll be a 20 minutes virtual call in the afternoon. And there'll be a 20 minutes after work virtual call in the evening. So it's still 60 minutes, but you're meeting them more often. So they're hearing your voice, they're getting your insights, not only your voice, but the team's voice. And that boosts the confidence, that boosts the motivation, and that keeps everyone aligned.
Thank you, Sir Vishnu. And everybody put your hands together for Sir Vishnu. Time flies so fast. It's been an hour and a half, Sir Vishnu. You know what I love about you is your energy of calm, your compassion and connection to the people, your genuine feeling of empathy that transcended this webinar and technology. We felt your presence, sir, and we thank you for that. So, sir, the last minute of our webinar is called the takeaway? What do you want us to? I mean, we've taken a lot, we have benefited a lot, but if there's one thought you'd like us to focus on before we go to sleep tonight, what will that be?
I would like to leave everyone. Sorry, my iPads have the airports have run out. You guys can hear me, right?
Yes, sir, we can hear.
Great. So I think as a takeaway, I have put down three keywords here as part of takeaway for everyone. The first one, which really I hope will be a great takeaway for you guys, I really hope you'll consider this, is to have that transformative mindset. You need to put yourself into that transformative mindset. And then the second point is related to the first point. What's going to help you to be in that transformative mindset is you're constantly learning from webinars like this, reading books, articles. There's lots of great resources available out there. Ariva is one of the best resources I can recommend you guys. You're constantly learning that will help you to put you in that transformative mindset. And third one, also related to the second point and the first point, is use this time to find a coach. Find a mentor, find a coach. I'm telling you, every successful athlete has a coach. You, more than ever before, need to have a coach. Someone you can talk to, someone you cannot think out of this situation. You have to talk yourself out of this situation. To develop the transformative mindset, you need to be able to have a coach or a mentor that you can rely on, that you can ask, you can help for. Really useful. So make sure you have the transformative mindset, make sure you're learning, make sure you have a coach and mentor that you can talk to and that can guide you and help you to survive and help you to thrive and help you to scale and make a big impact to the community and to the country where you're working. Thank you very much, Ariva. Thank you, Ms. Irish and Howell. Thank you so much for this opportunity.
Thank you so much, Sir Vishnu Annapareddy. Maraming salamat po. Thank you so much. And we're being flooded now, our chat box, with appreciation posts and messages. Thank you so much. We hope to see you in person soon, Sir Vishnu. And I hope to share the stage with you in one large event where people can hug each other, see each other, encourage each other. But in the meantime, this would suffice. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you. Thanks, everyone.
Thank you, sir. And as Sir Vishnu fades out of the screen, we're still indebted and elated and encouraged. Miss Irish will fade in and welcome back. Miss Irish Malona, our president. How are you?
My heart is full now with the thank yous from our participants. And of course, please allow me to thank as well Mr. Vishnu Annapareddy for the nice words. What an amazing talk. Sir, the pleasure is ours, and we can't thank you enough for sharing your most precious time with us. Thank you for being an instrument to educate and inspire a lot of people. With that, a big hand to you, Mr. Vishnu Annapareddy.
Yeah, thank you so much, Sir Vishnu.
Sir Howell, your takeaway.
You know what? The practical teachings are enough for us to be thankful. But what I appreciate the most is his energy. He's calm, disposition in life, his genuine connection with people. He was giving organic answers on being compassionate. It's not something that comes from the head, but something that comes from the heart, which is the most important. It's not only character, but the most important trait of a leader in times of COVID-19 and beyond. So that's my takeaway.
I agree with you. Well, with me, sir, of course, forget about complaints. Focus on now. Focus on gratitude, and of course, lagi mga sinasabi, the attitude of gratitude.
Attitude of gratitude.
Sir Howell, thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Miss Irish.
Well, I'll be seeing you tomorrow for our 2 sessions tomorrow.
Thank you so much. See you tomorrow.
Okay. And for you guys, it's not yet the end of our e-learning session. I have a few announcements to make. We would like to thank our following women partners, our official media partner, Art Plus Magazine, Digital Media Partners Focus Media, Globaltronics, TV Advertising Ventures, Outcome, Elevate Media. For Win-Win Partners, thank you to Brother, Faber-Castell, Glutacy, Moringa O2, KFC, Mr. Donut, Tokyo Tokyo, Lotus Biscoff, Boss Job, Sir Technology Inc., Finma Properties, Salary Jet, Ilawi Korea, Kidosan and Carpo Consulting, Enchanted Kingdom, Vispers. Thank you as well to Cosmotech Philippines Inc. MindChomp's virtual preschool program. To register, please call them at 0906-486-0710 and you can email them at disakanabe@mindchomps.org. And for those of you who wants to place your ads here, advertise your company, your services, your logo, have a brand exposure to thousands of viewers through FB, LinkedIn, and Zoom, of course, please email us at marketing@ariva.com.ph. And please to stay on top of our insights and updates, to learn more about Ariva and to know more about our upcoming online learning sessions, please stay connected. Visit us on our social media sites. So join our Ariva Academy Facebook group, like our Ariva Facebook fan page, and follow our Ariva LinkedIn page. Okay, and also visit our website. It's www.ariva.com.ph. And if you want to watch again the replay of our previous e-learning sessions, watch again the replay of this e-learning session with Mr. Vishnu Annapareddy. Please do subscribe to our YouTube channel. It's Ariva Academy and Ariva Talk. For our upcoming online learning sessions, to register, please visit our website, www.ariva.com.ph. We would like again to invite you on our live webinar series for our cause, HR Virtual Summit PH 2020. We have invited international and local subject matter experts to share with us their wisdom in the HR field. This will be tomorrow, May 20. In the morning, we have invited Mr. Jason Averbook to share with us the topic on guideposts for the now of work. Don't forget to register 10:30 to 11:30 in the morning tomorrow. Going beyond coaching, turn to counseling team members in a COVID-19 situation. This will be tomorrow afternoon, 3 to 4:30 p.m. And we have invited again Professor Ricky De Vera to further discuss this session. Breakthrough in times of crisis, how to maintain a positive state of mind during the COVID-19 pandemic. And we have invited the happy doctor, Dr. Suresh Devnani, and this will be on May 21, Thursday in the afternoon, 3 to 4:30 p.m. Streamlined employee engagement in the time of crisis. This will be on Friday, May 22, 3 to 4:30 p.m. and will be discussed by Ms. Mila Pascual Nodosu from Thailand. The power of success attitudes. Become the person who can change during a crisis. This will be next week, Tuesday, May 26th in the afternoon, 3 to 4:30 p.m. And we have invited Coach Eric Manalo to discuss this session. Transformational storytelling for a landscape of crisis and beyond. This will be next week, Wednesday, May 27 in the afternoon. And we have invited Dr. Tanvi Gautam from Singapore. An astronaut's perspective. Expand your perspectives to possibilities for growth during COVID-19. This will be on May 28 in the afternoon, 3 to 4:30 p.m. And we have invited Ms. Rafia Sultana from Singapore. And if you want to customize an in-house virtual training for your company, exclusive for your team, please do email me at irish.arivacademy@gmail.com or you can call me at 0916-695-4418. And that's it, guys. Thank you for joining us today. Thank you for your thank yous. Again, this is Irish Malonda Samson in Ariva. It's all about being better. Please stay home and be safe. Thank you and see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.